In Massachusetts, a Boston hospital administered its first doses of the newly approved Johnson & Johnson vaccine this morning.
This as virtual wait times and frustrations continue to grow there today. New vaccination appointments were released this morning and they were all gone within hours. 12
News reporter Brandon Truitt is live at the mass vaccination site in Dartmouth. Brandon, it is getting harder to get those appointments there.
Yeah, Mike, and that is because the number of new appointments released dropped drastically today. We're talking from 50,000 new appointments last week to just 12,000 new appointments released today. Governor Charlie Baker saying that is because a lot of next week's appointments are going to have to go to second doses. They're taking most of the spots. New appointments for state-run sites in Massachusetts are released on Thursday mornings. By 10:30, they were all booked up. People were put on virtual holding rooms, just like this one, with no luck. It all comes as next week educators can start signing up here at the state-run sites, but the supply is not expected to increase. The governor says that's about 1 million people that are going to be going after the same number of slots. Baker acknowledging the dilemma today.
I know that remains frustrating for everybody who's involved, who couldn't get an appointment booked this week. As we said at the start of this phase, it would probably take several weeks as we get more doses from manufacturers for everybody to get a vaccine appointment and get vaccinated.
When the governor was asked about President Joe Biden's goal to get a shot in the arm of every educator by the end of the month, he says he thinks it will be difficult to do based on the current supply they're getting in. I'll have more on that for you ahead at 6. Live in Dartmouth, Brandon Truitt, 12 News.
Meantime, Massachusetts administered its first doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine today. But despite the arrival of a third vaccine, getting an appointment is still a big challenge. 12 News reporter Brandon Truitt is live at the vaccination site in Dartmouth, where appointments next week are already booked. Brandon?
Well, Shannon, new appointments are released in Massachusetts on Thursdays, and this week, less than a quarter of the amount of appointments were released compared to last. Governor Charlie Baker saying that's because most of next week's vaccine is for second doses.
The first Johnson & Johnson vaccine in the Bay State given out Thursday at Tufts Medical Center in Boston.
Please believe that it is safe, and please believe that anyone can come. Please recognize that it is free.
The single shot solution considered a game changer, but getting an appointment is a game in itself.
I know that remains frustrating for everybody who's involved.
Just 12,000 new appointments were released for the next week. Compare that to the 50 and in some cases 70,000 appointments released in weeks prior.
As we said at the start of this phase, it would probably take several weeks as we get more doses from manufacturers for everybody to get a vaccine appointment and get vaccinated.
Next week, educators will be able to sign up, and that means more than 1 million people will be after roughly the same number of spots.
We are not expecting that number to change very much over the course of the rest of this month.
Baker saying President Joe Biden's goal of vaccinating educators by the end of the month will be a tough one to pull off.
Well, I think unless there's a significant increase in supply coming from the feds, it's going to be hard to get through the current eligible universe by the end of March.
And Governor Baker expressed frustration today with vaccine manufacturers, saying that the state is not receiving the increase in doses that they have been expecting. The governor says that Massachusetts has the capacity, the infrastructure to handle twice as many doses as they're currently getting. Live in Dartmouth, Brandon Truitt, 12 News.